Hey, welcome. Thanks for tuning in to your boy Pfunk Thinking Right YouTube channel. Doing what I do for you. We were talking about the Greeks and we were making a comparison between the Greeks and the Egyptians. The question was the Greeks, what did they do? Steal, lie, perpetrate the fraud of how great of people they were when they were just taking information from the Egyptians, bringing it across the water, changing it around a little bit, flipping a little bit, and giving it to the world like they so great thinkers and philosophers when they just were students of the Egyptian mystery system, which is what I'm teaching today, what I've been learning for the last 20 some odd years. I know what they know. So here we go. Plato, Socrates, all them guys, they came to Egypt and they never said a word to the people who studied the philosophy that I did when I was in college. They never said they went into Egypt. They never told me they went across the ocean in a few hundred miles into Egypt to study, lead their families for 20 years, and come home and become great philosophical people. So if you went to Egypt and got knowledge and came back and became great, what that say about the people you got knowledge from? That's why I bring it up. I learned Egypt. I learned the Greek mythology first. No problem. Never a word mentioned about where they got their knowledge from, who they, we great philosophers. We the great thinkers. Yeah. The difference is when you get knowledge, true knowledge, it frees you. Why? Because I was a slave to concepts that wasn't right. That's what they mean by truth will set you free. If you are under the influence of a lie, if you are being told fictitious things and because you don't know no better, you believe them, that don't mean that they're not fictitious, don't mean that they're not lies. Just that you believe it. And only when you can free yourself from that belief of a false concept is to do your homework and find out for yourself. I, on the other hand, did just that. And I would tell you, whoever listens, don't trust what I say. Do some work, do some background, do some fact. Just get some information and see if what I'm telling you makes sense, or if it's something that I just made up, or you can't find no information about what I'm saying. Everything I present to you is easy to access. We're going into Aquarius, age of Aquarius, where information is prevalent. When the Greeks were giving us their information, we didn't know nothing about Egypt. I didn't have a clue about Egypt in 1975 to 1985. Okay, that's a 10-year stretch with me thinking I'm the smartest thing going. I'm a local drug dealer. I got smarts. I'm a Greek philosopher. I know mythology. I know stories. I know the morals. I know all this wasted information. Ain't nothing wrong with having information, but when you find out that information that you have is not what it's supposed to be or not what they say, you need to make a decision. I'm not gonna ride with a lie. If it's lying, I'm done, my man. We 20-some years, I walked away without even thinking twice. Why? Because you're lying. I don't like to be lied to. Trust me. I ain't trying to lie to you. That's what I'm saying. I don't have no reason to sit here, come before you with a bunch of nonsense or something that don't. I wouldn't waste my time or yours. I take what I do serious. My wife would tell you, yeah, this is my life. It's a good life. It ain't a bad life. It ain't a problem. I live it on my terms. I do it my way. When you can do that, then you're winning in life. I ain't got to get up and go punch somebody's clock tomorrow. All I got to ask to is my wife. That's enough. But that's not a bad situation. My point is, when you have knowledge of self, you can be yourself. You know who you are. You know your limitations. You know all the things you know about yourself. So you're not playing a guessing game with yourself. That's one thing you should have full understanding of. I've been running my show since I was 17 years old. I ain't looked back. Paid my dues, earned my way, took my lumps, won some, lost some, but I'm still here fighting for what I think is best and what's right. And I know at this point in time, what I'm doing is right. Just the name. It falls out that way. Okay, synchronicity. It's all about being right. But when you find out that I'm really a savior, what's going to happen then? But that's what I am. I'm a savior. But in order for me to save you, I have to be right first. So it's a process that I'm going through. Okay? That's important too. Trust the process in life. It don't happen overnight. And it is a grind. And it is a process. Trust it. It don't happen when you want it to. It don't happen because you think it should. It happen in due season, due time, all this good stuff. And see, all you faith believers, I'll say Christians, anybody believe in God, that means you have faith in a supreme being. You have faith in your actions and your deeds going to be judged by somebody to get you in either heaven or hell. So that concept, he didn't make that up, Christians. It comes from the Egyptians. Anytime I try to tell you about the origin of things, I'm big on that. I'm really big on where it started from. Who started it? Why? How it worked? Why? Because now you know the who, what's, and whys of whatever it is you're learning. If you don't get the who, what's, and whys, they can tell you anything. And when somebody else question you about what you're saying, all you can do is say, well, what they said, or point me to some verses in the Bible. All my information is up here. All my information I keep in my book. All my information I gather, I write down for me to divvy out. The information I have for myself, I use. I don't divvy out, I use it. So I can give it to you verbally. I can write it down. But my whole point of it is I'm living what I profess. That's what a sage does. He don't just teach. He don't just eradicate ignorance. He don't just enlighten. He live it. He profess it. He walk it, talk it, and makes it his. That's why I took that title. I'm not running around here trying to beat somebody, man, I ain't got time for that. I know who I am. I know what I am. I just want to make sure I can get others to know who they are. That'll make me feel good. That'll make me feel very, very better than I feel now about us walking around in La La Land and having us walk around thinking we know what we're talking about and don't know. Why you do that? Intellect is knowing. Wisdom is experience. Belief don't mean nothing. Nothing. I don't care what you believe. Me and my wife go at it on a regular basis. I don't care about your feelings. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to keep it honest. And how you feel about that, that's on you. But I don't care if it hurts. If it's the truth, I don't care how you take the truth. I'm just going to give it to you. Straight down the middle. Grow up. Understand it is what it is. Now let's see now here. What was the Greeks known for? What did they really do? Let's see. We gave them credit for educating the world. Knowledge. That's wrong. We know they didn't do that. Second one. They was beastly. We used anthropomorphic, using the heads of the animals. The Greeks used the body. They got that wrong again. When you take something that's already ready, if you take away or you add to it, you just change that formula. You just change whatever it is. You don't keep the same if you add or take away. When I'm getting information, I'm not going to dispense with nothing that's usable. Once I discern what's usable, I'm going to keep that. When I discern what's not usable, I will get rid of it. If I have a concept and a view that I have, and I try it, work on it, and if it don't work, I'm not going to give it to you. You'll never know my failures or my concepts and views. Why? Because I'm not going to expound on them. They didn't work. How? I tried it. So for me to give you something that I know don't work, don't do anyone any good. That's why I'm trying to explain to you. I'm serious about what I do. Giving information that I know can help you. That's all. That's all I got. A little character, a little tidbit here and there, but it's all about giving information to those who want it. I'm not here to toot my horn and act the fool. I'm here to give information, and during the course of doing that, I'm gonna try to make it lighten a little bit. My wife told me, "You too serious. You always like you mad." No, I'm annoyed that I have to do this, and I'm the only one seem to be doing it the way I'm doing it. Why? Because I see everybody else they're doing it for all kind of different reasons. All I want is my people to be better people. I see it struggling. I see it. Only I can help you is do what I do here. I'm not going to go in the corner with a bullhorn. I'm not going to go into the hood. No, not that nonsense. I got a platform, CanYouFeelUs.com, on Saturday mornings. I got a platform now at YouTube. I don't care who I talk to. I don't care where I talk to you at. I just want to talk to you. Hopefully I get a message across to you. That'll make me feel better. At least if I'm doing that, I feel like I'm doing something. Just complaining about what I see, just complaining about what I don't like, that ain't helping the cause. That ain't helping the situation. But if I can take this platform, put it out there to the people who some of y'all turn and say, keep doing what you're doing. That's a good thing you're doing. We need that. So that's why I do it for y'all. For those who say, oh man, he think he all that. Oh man, he think, I ain't got time for you. I ain't talking to you anyway. Okay? So my point to that is, people who want the knowledge, tune in. I got you. Let me get back to what I do. Boy, I'm rolling tonight. Way off. All right. I got a few minutes. See, I got a clock in front of me. So as I'm talking, I'm watching the clock. I know how much time I got pretty much. I know what I got to get through. So I'm trying to work this in and try to get a whole bunch of stuff done within this little 20-minute window I have. Remember, I used to have an hour, so I pretty much, but now with 20 minutes, you got to keep it going. And my whole thing is, I got a whole bunch of stuff. I'm just trying to compartmentalize it so it can be understood, hopefully, the way I want to get out there and keep moving. Because, like I say, daily. I don't do this every week. No, I do this every day. I do my shows. Remember, ain't but 20 minutes. I can sit here and talk for hours. But I got to do my thing, break it down, get my lessons right, make sure it's ready to go, and then I come out here and do my thing. But that's all preparation. I can't prepare when I'm here. I can't come here, no. No. I'm well prepared, I'm well versed, and I'm comfortable what I'm doing. There we go. Now, what else did we give them credit for? They were the most perverted people. Their whole thing was orgies, sexual pleasures. They slept with anyone. Infidelity, and oh man, Zeus got kids by 5 or 6 different women. Aphrodite, she done had a relationship with 5 or 6 different. So they just were sleeping around. Like when I watched the mythology of the Greeks, it's like watching a soap opera that my parents used to watch. Days of Our Lives, Secret Storm, Search for Tomorrow, Edge of Night. All these is plots and plans of just sexual deviated people doing sexually deviated things, and we looked at it and thought it was okay. We know better now. They're soldiers. I told you about that. The Spartans. They would pair up when they go out to fight, and there was some bad mamma jammas down there. Yeah, but my man, at a certain point, I got to cut you loose. I would be solo on my campaign, because I'm not sleeping with another man until I'm having no sex or making love. No. Out of the question. So I wouldn't have made it there. Wouldn't have been a problem for me, because I wouldn't have been doing that nonsense. Was the Greeks great people, like they say? I'm cringing because great, you can't steal greatness. You can't perpetrate greatness. So to say they were the great people, no, we thought they was, like anything else, like the Wizard of Oz, Dorothy and the Iron Man and the Tiger. They all going in search of something. What did they do when they found the wizard? What did they tell them? You already had it in you. So we knew this long before Dorothy told her and went to see the wizard, because every human being was given at birth everything you need. All the Greeks did was took the mythology and played their game and used it in every phase to get their point across. They had a bunch of gods. Nobody complained about all these gods. All the Egyptians, they celebrated, they worship all these gods. But they get them, and it's understood. You had the Olympians, you got the Titans. They fighting against each other for supremacy and who's gonna run the world. So right there, and guess what? And a black man in a bunch. So it's all whites fighting each other. I'm like, this is great. I love it. Great, knock yourself out. And what happened was the Greeks great people? No. they just wore the hat and they took the credit, but no, they wasn't great people. Let me show you. No, sorry, but I learned Greek mythology at a young age in college, and they ain't honest people. Okay? No, they were very superstitious. Okay? They wasn't wise or intellectual. They believed in the oracle telling them this. So they had a whole bunch of things going on, but they claimed to be so intellectual, but they did a whole lot of superstitious backward things, mainly the perverted sexual activities. That in itself, right there, tells you, intellectually, I can control my sexual urges. We had a Greek god, men. Men, you see him with the big monster penis. Yeah, he's showing you, I control this. I have power over this, and I control it. Not that he walk around with this big thing looking for something to stick it in. No, he just let you know that I'm in control of this. My sexual reproduction, I'm the man. Women, if you have a man that every time it's time to, he's a sexual animal. Every now and then, an intellectual man will tell you, well, baby, just like women sometimes ain't in the mood. It's a man thing too. Why was the man got to be the dog? He just want to hump anything. When you make a life change, and the people who knew you in your prior life, they don't believe you changed because they're gonna try you. I got an ex who got in touch with me, perpetrating like, yeah. But the whole time, I'm saying to myself, you think I forgot how you treated me? Because I'm being nice and, I'm being cordial, so you think I'm not upset? Long story short, she called me crying. Okay, it's fine. No, wait a minute, hold up. We're done. We've been done years ago. I don't do that. Going back? No. She know that. I don't go back. If you're ex, it's the reason why you're ex. And men and women, sister, brother, if somebody ain't doing right by you, you had to part ways. What makes you think they're going to do right by you later? No, trust me, I tried that one too. Didn't work. Bottom line, if a person is disrespectful towards you, a person not treating you right, leave them alone. That's intellect. That's smart. That's nothing other than making a good decision for yourself. If you don't mean me no good, if you got no intentions on helping me do or better myself, why am I with you? If you criticize and critique and bashing me, talking about how bad, we need to part ways. I got 2 ex-wives for that purpose. Let them go.